You're never completely comfortable, but we have 4 games left, and we've won 8 of our last 9, which obviously I'll take any year. So, fairly happy. We still got it. We're still struggling a little bit defensively, and trying to be a little more stubborn on that end. But offensively, we've been playing much better and a better flow. So. Going into IUPUI, one of the best teams in the league on their floor, it's going to tell us a lot more where we're at.
Coach, is the defensive side of the equation where games are going to be won and lost down the stretch? The offense is really coming along, and you're one of the top teams in the league in shooting percentage and scoring offense. But is the defense where you want to see the team improve most?
Most definitely. I think there's going to be nights where you struggle shooting the basketball, where the shots just aren't going in, and some close ones that you normally make don't go in. And the thing that keeps you in games and allows you to win games when you're maybe not shooting your best is the defensive side. So we're just trying to get more consistent on that end. And I think that if you're a strong defensive team, you're usually around the top of the league at the end of the year, and fighting for a conference championship, tournament championship also.
John, they're Macy Williams, I believe, is their leading scorer. I mean, are you surprised she only has one 3-pointer?
No, she's a post player, so she's 2-time Horizon League Player of the Year, and if I was as good as her down on the block, I wouldn't venture too far from the hoop either. So Austin, their coach, does a great job of running action to her and different sets and things to get her the ball in great scoring position. She's just an unbelievably good player. She rebounds, she scores, does a good job on the defensive side. So. Our post players are going to have to do a great job defending, and then everyone else is going to have to know where she is and try to create a little havoc around her also.
You feel you have the bodies to do that? I mean, you got some girls who can play underneath as well.
Yeah, we have some size and some strength down there, and if anything, that affects her a little bit. Real tall, strong players. So she's proven she can score on anybody, but if there is something that can affect her a little bit, it's throwing a lot of size at her. So with Mary and with Emma Van Zanten and Jen Wendler and some of our size, we're going to be able to do that. And I think she tends to get in foul trouble a little bit too if you go at her. So we're going to try to do that. And but the other thing is Macklemore and Sydney Rule have both been playing really well as of late too. So when they, you get good shooters around a good post player, it makes them tough to guard. So we're going to have to play two of our best games to get wins here on the road.
Coach, when it comes to defending Macy Williams, is it a double-edged sword? If you send help, you're leaving some shooters open and leaving other opportunities. And when she's one-on-one, she's tough to guard. So how do you kind of balance that out defensively?
Yeah, I think they're the top 3-point shooting team in the league in terms of percentage. So part of that is Macy Williams being so good and just drawing attention, and their perimeter players getting some open looks because of that. And that's the tough part. You try to throw help down there, but then they're standing open, pretty open and able to knock those down. So again, we're just going to try to have to minimize their open looks, try to not give them any easy baskets. They're very good on the break. They get some easy baskets on fast breaks, which we've got to try to stop. And then second chance points, they're a great rebounding team too. They're out rebounding their opponents by 8 or something like that per game. So, and they get a lot of offensive rebounds. So with their effectiveness on the offensive end, with one chance, then you give them 2 and 3, they're scoring, and you're going to have a long night.
John, I think you're in the 7th seed right now, if I saw correctly.
I think so, yeah.
Do you kind of look at that with 4 games to go, kind of where you could be? I mean, if we split here, split there, do you even pay attention to that? I mean, it's human nature for everyone to kind of take a glance at that.
I mean, we look at it a little bit. It's just it's really wide open. I think NKU was in the 1st or 2nd spot last week, and now they're down to 6th. you know what I mean? Something like that in one weekend. So, we have 2 big weekends left against one of the best teams in the league, or a couple of the, better teams in the league. So, we can make some big headway, one way or the other, or if we split, and, it's all over the place. So we're just trying to take it one game at a time, control what we can control, and then, where we end up is what we'll focus on at that point.
Which what a win over a team like IUPUI could do for your team's confidence and just the overall mindset of the team moving forward?
Well, it'd be huge. I think they just were named today 14th ranked mid-major team in the country, which and was the top in our league. No other team in our league was ranked that high. So, it just tells you how good they are. I mean, they're outstanding. So to be able to beat a highly ranked mid-major team would not only give us confidence, but kind of, send a notice out to everyone else that we're, for real and, ready to go no matter who we're playing against.
So I know if you score 80 points and they score 79, you win the game. They're averaging, I think, leading the conference, averaging 70. Is this a case where going in, you think the lower the scoring, it favors?
Well, they definitely like to run and put a lot of points up. So, I think controlling the tempo would be in our benefit. And sometimes that works out, sometimes not. When you have a team that's as effective as they are, and you lower the amount of possessions, it could backfire on you because, they're pretty solid defensively too. So, but ultimately, I think we just have to do a good job executing the game plan, trying to minimize their big 3 and take care of the basketball, rebound. It's just going to have to be an all-around good game in order for us to beat them on the road. And we're capable. There's no question. They just got to get it done.
I mean, I know you got to play a complete 40 minutes. Or do you think you're trending that way, you think?
Well, I hope so. Like I said, I mean, we've won 8 of 9 and been playing well, and until you go play and do it, you don't know. And obviously they're going to have a lot to say about it and what they try to take away of ours. And we just have to be, better at our game plan than they are at theirs.
Coach, your team has kind of gone as the seniors have gone this year at times. How important is it going to be for them to step up and play well, given that they've played IEPUI before they've been in these situations? So are you putting that message out to them that they really need to lead the way?
Well, I think they know that. Basically, the games that we've won, they've played well. The games that we lost, they probably didn't play so well. And, I think they're ready to go. They're excited about this game. I think the team as a whole, we match up pretty well against IUPUI. I mean, even with all of our injuries, we had a huge win over them last year when we probably shouldn't have beat them, and every year it seems like we find a way to get them. And, it's a little different this year because both games are on the road and in a tough environment. But, we're going to do everything we can to try to get a couple wins this weekend.